Good morning, class. Today we are going to talk to you about what it is to design your own dream room on Tinkercad. Okay, so for most of this I'm going to have my camera pointed down at my sheet of paper so you can just kind of get an idea of what that looks like. So what we do is we start out with drawing the perimeter of your room, whatever that wants to look like. It doesn't have to be a square or a box. It could be an octagon. It could be a different shape. It can be your dream room, right? And then you're going to start to, from an overhead view, draw what it is that you would want to have in your room and have it all designed out. So what we're going to do is draw it out on paper first, and then what we're going to do is try and transform that into something we actually design in three-dimensional form on Tinkercad. So here we go. You can just use any form of paper, 8.5 by 11. Yours does not have to be graph paper. In fact, since most of you guys may not have graph paper, I will just go ahead and do it on any piece of paper. It could be computer paper, it could be just line paper, or what have you. Okay, first, like I said, you start out with the perimeter. I'm going to do that in fast mode, and then after that, you'll see me start to fill in some of the details. You can watch, see what I'm doing, but I'll show you the final product in a second, and I'm going to try and do this right in front of your eyes. I spent some time on this. I haven't totally figured it out, but this is my first rendition. And that's fine if your first rendition looks a bit like mine, where it's just sketching out a bunch of ideas. Here I have, bedside table, and this is where you can start to label things. So I would like everything labeled, and I'll do that in a second. But mine, I decided, is actually a house or a bedroom in a tree. So this is the tree coming through here, and that may be a little small actually. The trunk of that tree is probably a bit bigger. But this is like a tree fort idea. So it's going to have doors out onto a patio here, a little desk area, a spot for me to read to my kids with a little chair and a coffee table with books underneath, and then a TV right here, or perhaps a projector screen. I haven't decided. But this is kind of the idea I'm hoping you go for today. We want you to draw out an idea of a dream room. So this is where you're going. Like I said, I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to label everything. You want to have your things labeled, and then eventually you got to kind of decide on the measurements of everything. But first, I just want you to draw, get your ideas, try and have it be about to scale, and that's the word we use for drawing something smaller than it actually is, but in representation of how it would fit into the room. So at the end of the day, I'm hoping that you guys will have an image like this that you can place into your slide so that I can see what it is that you are creating. It just has to be the first draft. It doesn't have to be the final. Good luck.